seems like prehistoric times compared to what we're dealing with now. Realtors effectively replacing a pen and paper and a whole bunch of fuel, which is what we were using 12 years ago. The way more and more people are online and used to technology, people expect things quite quickly. There is the technology to implement that, combined with a quicker moving market. If they have a chat and sleep on it and then reach out the next day, that property might not be available anymore. So being able to act quickly and move forward from a buyer's side is really important. If we don't get good information that's clear quickly to the client, we're not making it easy enough for them to do business with us. They want to be able to move forward straight away and have the digital contract signed. I try to make sure anyone that's looking to buy or sell property is faced with a limited to zero fuss approach by using whatever proptech's available, particularly Realtor, being as organised and prepared as they can. It gels well with customers because buying or selling a home, regardless of whatever the market is, there's potential for stress and it's a big important decision in people's lives. And so by bringing a no fuss mentality and environment, I think it does gel with a lot of people. I have used Sell to do timed auction. We had a block of land on the market for quite a while and used a price range. Then we changed it to all offers presented and we just weren't getting anywhere. And there just wasn't that competition that would drive someone to a level that would be acceptable for that seller. So I was aware of the timed auctions. I had a chat with the client, said, look, at the moment, we've got no offers on the table. This is something different. Did you want to have a try it? I was upfront. I said, I haven't used it before. We don't know how it's going to work, but we're not going to get less than zero offers here. So it's worth having a crack. We ended up having 5 bidders on it. It was a really good result. And for a property that might still be on the market today, had we not had a crack at doing something a little bit different. And that was a property that needed that method because in the current market, houses are selling really quickly. So you might use an auction to make the most of that buyer interest and generate that bidding war, if you like. But in this case, it was sort of the opposite of that. We needed to drive some level of interest, provide a bit of transparency to the buyers so they could see what other people were offering. They didn't feel silly for offering X amount for a property that had been on the market with a price for X amount of time with no interest. When I'm setting up in Realtor Sell, I'll add the seller's disclosure statement, all the documents. So they've got all of those things set up. And then Realtor gives me a link and a QR code. So what I have been doing is just preparing a text and email that says, thanks for coming along. If you were interested, I've got documents, reports, rental appraisal, and a button to make an offer in this link here, and they just get it straight away. It's very simple, very easy. It doesn't come across as really pushy. That's one of the things I quite like because I know that there is a public perception about us that isn't not fabulous. Whereas if you're providing useful information for them straight away, they're going to be happy to receive that. They're well informed. They can make a decision. They can proceed with an offer if they want to. And then from the seller's perspective, they know everyone's had a fair opportunity to make that offer. So when an offer comes in, they know if they're dealing with what the best possible outcome for them will be. It's so easy. I don't have to do anything special. The links are prepared for me by Realtor. Having it all in one place just keeps us really organised and allows us to provide a good experience and good information for the clients, whether they're buyers or sellers. All I need to do is just use them. No fuss experience, if you will.